Hey guys, and welcome back to another Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter board game review. Today's game up at the top is called Bulletproof. Bulletproof is for 2 to 5 players, about ages 13 and up. It takes about 45 minutes to play. In Bulletproof, you are playing as a criminal empire, overlord, gang basically, and you're trying to increase your empire by completing sets of territories. And if you can acquire 3 different sets of territories, you win the game. Now you can actually choose your character to begin the game, and there's quite a few of them: the Senator, Ed Lawton, 75 Cents, Ice Pick Louie, and a bunch of other people like that. And on your turn, you're going to have a certain amount of actions in which you're going to perform stuff like going to the black market, or taking bribes, sorting out your treasury, adding new territories to your locations, and you're trying to stop your opponents from doing the exact same thing because everybody's trying to build their criminal empire in this crazy game. So anyway, let me go ahead and show you what Bulletproof looks like. In Bulletproof, you're going to be playing with up to 5 players, and everybody's going to start off with a hand of 5 cards. Now, the deck is all the same cards here, and they're all used throughout the game, and whether it be the 4 cards you start with in the black market or your 5-card hand size. You're also going to be getting a different character for each player, and each character is going to have its own unique bio as well as a secret weapon that you can use on your turn. On your turn, you're going to be taking these cards and performing 2 different actions that could involve filling your safe, actually going ahead and buying stuff from the black market, as well as claiming territories. But yeah, this is what you're going to get in the game along with the box and rules. So on your turn, like I said before, you're going to get to take 2 actions, and there are 4 different actions you can take throughout the game. One is to play a territory card from your hand onto the field, and this is how you're going to win the game, is by collecting 3 separate territory cards, full sets of those. Another thing you can do is add face-down cards from your hand into your safe. For each one of those cards you do, it's an action, and you're going to be using cards in your safe to basically trade people money or buy stuff from the black market, depending on what it is. Sometimes people steal from you, so having those cards in your safe is very important. Another thing you could do is visit the black market, in which you're going to be spending money out of your safe to buy cards from the black market that gets refilled. Also, you can play cards from your hand. Sometimes it's going to let you play cards like territories or finishing a job. There's other cards like take that card that do damage and stuff like that. But after you take those 2 cards, after you play those 2 actions, you're then going to be able to draw a card from the deck. After you do that, you pass. Now, if you don't have any cards in your hand at that point, you actually draw up to your full hand limit size of 5. Anyway, let me go and show you a couple turns of the game. So, as shown before, we went ahead and set up the game. Now, the first thing we do is select a player to go first, and there's a random allocation. That's how you'll do that. I'll just go ahead and pick the Senator to go first. And this character can actually choose 1 complete territory at any point in time, and on his turn, he can negate that territory from being acted upon for the rest of the game. And I think during the rest of, whenever his turn comes up, he can actually switch territories to not be able to be activated. So now he's going to be able to take 2 actions on his turn. The first thing he can do is play a territory from his hand, which is an action, just like that. He's played Meldington. And also, if you notice, it has bullet points, a bullet card right here, which represents the type of territory it is. And so he's going to actually need another territory which has the same type as that, up to 3 of them to complete this set. Luckily, in his hand, he has a wild territory, which is also going to count for that, which is going to give him his second of 3. Now he gets 1 more, he's able to complete this 1 set, and that'll be 1 out of the 3 closer to victory. He's got a couple other cards in here which let him finish jobs, so let him finish 2 jobs, finish a job, and it will then double the bonus of a job, and it tells you which type of jobs that actually this will work for. So unfortunately, this doesn't match with this. If I wanted to on my next turn, I couldn't do that because it wasn't the same matching. But if it was, I would actually be able to collect protection money from another player, and it tells you kind of like the Monopoly style of how many of these sets you have is how much you can do. So if I had all 3 of these, I would actually get $7 from a certain player. Another action could have been, if I didn't want to do these 2 actions, I could place a card face down into my vault, which would give me money based on the current top left-hand corner, which is 2 or 1. But because I'm finished my turn, I'll simply draw a card, and I'll pass turn. The next player is going to do what he wants to do. He's got Friendly Fire, which is collect 1 money from each player. Play 2 of these guys to collect 3 money from each player. And luckily I have 2 of these, so I could play these together to steal $3 from each player. Now, if they don't have anything to offer you, you can't take it from them. But if they do, they have to pull from their safe. And if this guy had a safe, or this guy had a safe, he'd be pulling money out of there as best as he could to give me the money that he owes me. There's also cards like Stick Up here. That's awesome. Play 1 Stick Up card to draw a card from the deck, or play 2 to draw take a random card from another player. So I could play these guys, and if I did that, I'd be able to steal this card from this player. That would count as an action. Pretty solid. And then my next one would be, is a wild territory, or Friendly Fire. I could try and do that. I think actually I'm going to play this card as a safe card. So that gives me $4 for next time when I want to buy something from here, which is kind of nice. Then he would simply draw his card, and his next player would get to take their turn. All right, friendly fire, finish a job. Car wash, and a stick-up. Now, he doesn't have his 5 cards anymore, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Play the car wash. That's pretty cool. And if he wanted to, I could do a stick-up. Let's draw a card for my next turn. I got a wild territory there, not too bad. Place these cards down like that, and he gets to draw his card for his turn, and the next player goes. Oh, sorry, he doesn't draw a card. And he takes a stick. Let's see, maybe what do you want to do? What card do you do? Secret Tunnel. Exchange a card from your hand with another player. If that player playing this card, you don't. If after playing that card you don't have any other cards, you don't have to exchange a card. Okay, well that could be cool. And this one here, take 3 actions during this turn instead of 1, so I could do that. If I wanted to, I could take all 3 of these cards and put them face down like that to give me money. And that would give me my 3 actions, and I would be able to draw up to my hand size of 5 cards. That's a pretty solid investment right there from the Senator. And we would continue doing that until people completed sets. And you can spend money to get cards from here. Like here's an FBI and CIA right here. If this player was able to buy this thing as another set, that would be 2 closer to the 4 in victory. There's a lot of other sets in the game, as well as finishing jobs and wild territories. You've got different kind of characters as well that can be played. Different areas like Los Angeles. This is an arms deal. Switch your character with any other player. That would be pretty sweet. And basically a bunch of other stuff like that. And the idea, like I said before, is to get those sets of territories, 3 of them. Once you do, they all have different ranges of how many you need. Then you can become the winner of the game, Bulletproof. So Bulletproof is basically the Mafia equivalent of a hand action management, even set collection game. And the idea of which is trying to collect the sets and watching out for your neighbors who are all trying to go after you. This is a pretty much, it's a pretty standard set collection style game with a nice little addition to that money pool where you'll be collecting, you'll be buying stuff from the black market, exchanging cards from other players, and stealing cards from other players. It has that feel of a Mafia style game where you're kind of, you're always being mean to your opponents, and then somebody's always getting screwed over. And so it has that aspect of, oh, why did you do that? Why not him? And why, And so I think definitely it's going to be better playing with 4 to 5, maybe even 4 players probably the solid. That's where I really enjoyed it specifically. The 2-player was okay, 3-player was okay, and it got better as I had more players because there's more things going on. Also, you're only drawing that 1 card per turn, so you always kind of want to dump your hand so you can get new cards as fast as possible. It's a good way, a good style of winning this game. There's also the cool aspect of finishing jobs. It kind of hit me as like the Monopoly style of set collection without actually having the board, because you're trying to collect all these different sets and do the abilities on those cards, and they let you do a bunch of crazy stuff the more cards of that specific set you had. And the game is very, very simple. You got the 4 different actions you can take on your turn, as well as the special abilities and even the actions in your hand that you can play. So there is a lot of variety of the game as to what you can do and what you can do to other players, but it's all very straightforward. Drawing the cards is very simple, as well as how much money you have in your safe all works very well. The art is okay. I'm not the biggest fan of this specific style of art, but it's not bad art. I won't say it's bad a style of art. And it does have that like capital building feel to the game. That theme does come out as far as it being a Mafia style game because of how direct it is to different players. I think if you're into set collection games and you like the strategy of placing down things as well as throwing out attacks at different players, you're going to probably like this game as well. So I definitely suggest when you go ahead and look at the Kickstarter campaign, and I think you're going to know if you like this game or not. I do actually have I do enjoy a lot of aspects of the game, but there's a couple of things that with the rules that kind of confused me a little bit, and I had to get a little bit of clarification. And I'm very hopeful that as the game progresses through Kickstarter, they're going to start making little adjustments that I'm going to really appreciate, because there's just a couple things in there that were like, oh, okay, well, the money in the safe, do I exchange that? Literally, do I exchange and place it in there, or do I draw a new card from the deck? A couple of things that most games in Kickstarter have. And like I said, this is a prototype, so things are still going out, going as it is. But nevertheless, a very solid take that / set collection game that I did enjoy, Bulletproof. Alright guys, thanks for watching on the Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter card game review. If you like this video, go check out the rest of our videos here on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and comment. It all helps, and we do appreciate it. Also, go ahead and check out Bulletproof on Kickstarter in the description below. It's that big Mafia-style themed, dark, gritty, take-that action-adventure game. It's almost one of those, you definitely should be checking out the walkthroughs and all the different things on the Kickstarter. Make sure it's definitely going to be the game for you, because I can see this being, certain people are going to really like this game, and certain people are just not going to like this game. So do go ahead and make sure you check it out, and and make sure it's something that you're going to want to buy. I definitely did enjoy it though. I want to make sure that you guys are really aware that it has that really gritty, like, that really gritty take that back and forth on players, and some people can get a little upset about that. Personally, it didn't matter to me. I'm used to people attacking me head on all the time, so I just shake it off. It's a terrible, terrible thing to say. Nevertheless, thanks Taylor Swift. Alright guys, we'll go ahead and check out our website, unfilteredgamer.com. We got tons of blog posts, giveaways, Kickstarter lists, and more, as well as checking out our affiliated sites, everythingboardgames.com, the Giveaway Geek, and devatosgaming.com. They got tons of blog posts, giveaways as well, even more than my own site. They got a lot of good stuff going on right now, guys. So do go ahead and check them out. I do appreciate you guys for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time.